I ran out of memory on my phone or RAM or whatever it is, but I ran out of it. So anyway, we're downstairs installing in the motorized projection screen, which I'm doing right now. I'm just building the brace for it so I can actually install it in, showing you an easy way how to install one in. I mean, pretty much, down here in the basement, this is a workshop, so things are going to get junky down here. So I need to paint this motorized projection screen while it is against the wall, because I'm going to show you that we're going to do a paint and dry with motorized projection screen. And no, it is not going to take 7 days for the screen to dry. We'll be able to roll it up, roll it back down, roll it up, roll it right down. We got the two test screen paints. One is the gold. One is, we don't even have a name for that one yet. We got to come up with a name for that one. So we're going to be doing that one, painting two of those down. One's going to be on a fixed frame screen. The other one is going to be on a motorized screen. So we got the motorized screen here on the floor. Oh, by the way, if you're interested in this technology right here, this is the gamer technology under Phantom. Phantom's superior gamer. And as you can see, man, it takes on a ton of ambient light. We had these upstairs, but downstairs in the max out zone, yeah, it's taking it in. So, like I said, in this particular setup for here, I took the screen and raised it a little higher up off the floor, so that way it would have direct contact with the overhead work lights. But anyway, let's get back over here. So I got my motorized projection screen lined up from here to here, and I have it extended from here to here. Now, there's a little bit of a lip right here. Now, last time I did this, I had an extension piece on the back of this that came out from the side that would connect for the rest of the screen pushing over. But this time I did it a little bit smarter this time. I should have did it this way to begin with. So what I did was, this is not mine. You don't have to do yours today. This is for my workshop right now. We're going to make this look pretty, but for right now, this is what I had to do. So for right now, to hang the screen up, because we need to do this demonstration why the screen is connected to the wall. I'm going to do a paint and dry with the motorized. We extended the first piece into the wall. I had to get a masonry drill. This wall is something else to punch a hole through. So I had to get the masonry drill to punch a hole through here so we can drop in a piece of support board here. Then, thank God that the piece we have here is actually the same thickness that's coming out from the wall there. So we were able to overlap a second piece here for the extension. Put another piece here to even it off, and we're done. Now, I'm going to show you something. Now, this is what you can do in your home. You don't have to do all this. I have to do this here because this wall here is impossible to punch holes through. Remember I told you about when you go to hang up your projection screen and they want to charge you all this money for those hooks to be able to hang up your screen? You see these right here? These are the hooks that they use. Sorry,
all the sides.
My video back here is playing a little loud. There we go. I don't want to hear anything about all these. I want to hear my fish. So I got my setup in here. Right, that's better. All right, so these are flower pot hooks. You see them on decks and stuff like that, patios, connect them in the wall, you hang your flower pots with. They work the same way with motorized projection screens. I get these for $2. That's basically about it. So that's how we're going to hang up the screen. Just have to build a base for it first. It's interesting when I had people talk about how, and I explained to them that I don't use TVs, only have a few TVs in the house, one for my computer monitor, the other one's for security. I'm going to show you something. You see this right here? I think this is a 50-inch. This TV works. It's a brand new TV. It works. They gave it to me when I got the house. I never used it. It's been down here ever since. That's a brand new TV over there. And they gave this TV to me, and it just sits back here. I make sure I gotta cover that up so it doesn't damage the screen. But yes, a brand new TV, brand new. What I use it for? Right, so there's a TV down here. If you want, you can have it. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I said, we don't need them. We're good. We got our own stuff. So yeah, no need for have it for what? It's going to take up room. The one I have upstairs, if I didn't figure a way to turn it into like a portrait mode, like the old setup for the portrait mode, which that's going to be leaving pretty soon too, because if I get this projector, the one that I told you last time I was excited to get, I will not need, oh man, I might need to get me a couple of them. I'm going to see if I can get 3 of them. I will not need any more those monitors anymore. My projectors, my screens can do all the work, and I'll be using that invisible coating for it. Yeah, just what I think it does. I can get rid of that. Get rid of that and set me up my own. Oh yeah, definitely. I can't wait to get that. Anyway, I can't tell you what it is. I'm keeping it a secret. All right, so let's get started on this. All right, so let's show you easily how I'm going to set this up. Later on, we'll come in, we'll paint it up, make it look nice and up. But right now I made it a little bigger than the 92-inch because just in case if I'm going to come back in and adjust it, I may do it that way. I might punch holes and put bolts to it so that way I can adjust it back and forth. But for right now, this is what we got in 92. We ran out of the fishing oil already? What do we got next on here? Okay. It refused to work. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm going to send you to no. Watch this. That's it. All right. So hope everybody's doing well. God is good. Bless me to wake up to see another beautiful brand new day. Make sure you have washers on those too when you punch those in. So we're going to put our screen up right here. We're going to measure there. We should be good. Anything we hear is going to be perfect. It's going to have to hit the hit. Why am I weird on the same? It's not right. Oh, it's got it the wrong way for it. I would help if you had it the other way around. One of them. What's the other one? I got it right at 92. Oh, that's interesting. So it's going to be a little off on that one. I got it exactly at 92. All right, good. I might reinforce my back on that one. I might reinforce it just a little bit. I don't have to, but I think I'm going to reinforce it just a little bit. Make sure there's enough wood in there so the screen when it hangs down, I don't have a pen on me, so I just use this for the time being. That's perfect, that's great. So you gotta show you how to build some amazing things, man. Each time I learn to build something, I learn to build a little bit faster, a little bit quicker. Now, I do have a pre-recorded version of this, but it's not long. But like I said, I ran out of time. That'll work. That'll definitely work. I want something where the screw's going to have a little more weight as we're going through. Hang time or something. That's too long. That's perfect. That's bent. That is bent. All right, let me see. Just screw the holes are in there. That's good. These we got. I want that to be a little thicker in the back because just in case when I drop those screws in there, I don't want them things hanging down and pulling out. There we go. That's good. You had it going on that slant. Had to go on a slant on that one. Oh, we couldn't do it, no. We had to go on a slant. And just in case before I drop this second screw in, let me make sure. Oh, we're about an inch over. About 1 inch over, that's what we're missing. 1 inch, that's basically. I'm gonna make sure before I drop that second one in. Where we're supposed to be at. This is gonna be a hard time coming out like the first time. I don't trust this screw, it's been stripped way too many times. So I'll grab this one here instead, just in case. Instead of running over just about an inch, a little bit more over. So we're short on. Hard to do this and hard to do at the same time. Let me just make sure we're good. Step on my power cord and whip up my stuff. The bird, we got it. We got to work. Oh, we got it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Right there, we want to be. That's great. Now we can go in. I don't want that drill to strip off my screw. I don't know why it's not. I'm going to have to put it manually in, get a screwdriver, drop it in manually. Anything up. There we go. It's nice. Nice in there. All right, let's put that second one in. It should be Gucci. I'm going to show one more time. We're fitting nicely. Come on, get in there. Play games. Go nicely. Go back and see if we're straight. We're nice and straight. There we go. I tell you, God's amazing. No leveler, nothing, just feeling, just know. You know, it's like you watch your mom cook, she don't use a measuring cup, she doesn't do anything by hand. It's a feeling, you just know. Sometimes you do get a little off sometimes, but like I said, I see those hooks they have. Now, if you're going for a much bigger, heavier screen, and those are pretty good, those are cast iron. The hooks, they make them for big flower pots. Just go to get, they have the heavier ones for bigger flower pots. That's basically the cheap. You spend 60, 70 bucks that buy these hooks to hang up your screen, and you just go down to a basic flower shop and just get those right from there. That's it, done. So right now I got to put in my my support screws, and that's it. Easy, make cheesy. We're done. That's it. Yep, it's going anywhere. It's going to stay right there. I might drop a couple more supports into this wall, just in case this is the main area that's hanging everything up. Gotta make sure I pull it up. I got a bit of a secret admirer that likes to watch it from the back. Make sure that I'm basically covered up because got a bit of a secret admirer. You know what I mean? You know who he is. All right, let's get this stuff out of the way. That's gonna be fantastic for my acoustic screens because I got that extension piece on it. And we're gonna paint this motorized screen right to the wall. Done this a few times. I'm gonna paint it right to the wall. Fast, easy, get it done. Dry it, watch it, that's it. We're not gonna do no 7 days, no 4 application nonsense, none of that crap to begin with. And we got the new stuff over here, so we're gonna be testing this. This is gonna be that new technology we showed, has a question mark next to it. That's gonna be on the motorized, and then we're gonna take the fixed frame screen. No, I'm gonna put that on that right there. I'm gonna take that gold paint, and we're gonna put it on here. That's what we're gonna do. While we got down in the max out zone. Man, I tell people in business, you gotta be careful. You gotta research your stuff. You gotta be careful how you do things. It'll come back and bite you in the face. 7 days will bite you in the face for the rest of your life. That's why when you're doing business, you got to be careful on how you do things. Yeah, that'll come back to bite you in the face for the rest of your life. Because nobody in the right mind is going to do 7 days on a screen. Like right now, say I got my projector. I can do a setup right now. I can buy a projector, bring it in. Matter of fact, I'll do that with the new one coming in. We're going to bring the projector and set it up, paint the screen, be done. Not waiting no 4 or 5 applications, so none of that nonsense to go along with it. Look at this. Even in the test section, no cookie cutters are down here. So we're going to have soon the 126 is going to be down here, which is going to be laying up against this wall right here. And we're going to have some other screens down here for testing. No cookie cutters down here, buddy. We got the 92s. I'm going to hang it right now. Sirree. Yes, sirree. Screen right there. These are cheap. Like I said, I get these over at, I buy them over at whatchamacallit for $68. Cheap motorized projection screen. Need a cord. Didn't I just throw about 50 feet of cord down here? How about it down here? There's so much cord in this area. Serger. Does this thing have a surge port for surgery on the other end of this? It doesn't. That's an adapter. No adapter. Okay, cool. I gotta remember which one is this one. Which one will control this one? Ah, they're both upstairs. I forgot. I took them upstairs for something. All right. That'll be a dental piece. We can get something to bracket this up here. It's gonna stay right there. Right there. I'm gonna bracket that up right there. So that'd be good. That's bad. All right, let me go grab me a remote control so you're upstairs somewhere. All right, found the remote control. I had to figure out which one it was. Here we go. Using the done. I got enough time to do the rest of my stuff, knock that out for the day. We'll paint this screen, get it done. I got my frog tape finally came in. I gotta paint 2 screens today. Oh wait, this is the customized. We can't paint this. We'll have to order me another screen. This is a customized screen. See how the borders are white? Oh, no, I'm not touching this. This is the customized. We still got another screen we can paint, but this is the customized. This is a screen that has the white outside and the black inside. Now, we're not touching this. We'll order another one. For 68 bucks anyway. So I'll get it ordered right now for one. It'll be here in 2 days. We'll paint that one. But this is a customized. I forgot this is a customized screen. Oh, shit, I'll bring my other customized down here too. Might as well. I got an Apocalypse customized too. Give me a chance to show that one off too. All right. We're going to be outside today. So right now, I'll show you what's going outside. We removed 250 inches. They're gone. They're gone, but we're packing them up, putting them in the house. I told you that when the screens held up pretty well. No cracking, no peeling, none of that. The problem was wind coming down my driveway hitting the back of the screen causes a backdraft, and it started causing some problems for the screen. Now, like I said, I could have built me a frame, installed it in, would have been much better than screwing it down to the frame. That was my fault. But like I said, it was just for the time being. Everything else held up pretty well in it. But micro mesh is going to be much better because any wind that travels down the driveway, we had to push right through the screen, come back out with no problem, with no fluctuation to the screen or nothing. So that's what we're going to be doing. we're doing micro mesh. It's going to be a UV micro mesh because the less light's going to be to transfer back to the screen and fading out the screen. So that's where we're going with the UV. So we're going to do about, we're going to wrap the whole thing. We're going to wrap from here because I want some privacy too. So we're going to wrap from here all the way around here. The next going to be wrapped out. This is all going to be one big projection screen. So I can come in here and I can show them spray the inside. We're going to spray the outside. So if I want to come in here and show demonstrations, I can show demonstrations inside here or outside here. I think I'm gonna have somebody come in and tear up the tire, all this, tear this up, put new pavement in, and I want the pavement to be black. That's what I want it to be. Maybe if they can spray all this out. That's what I want. I want this whole area to be blacked out. So we'll see with that. It's another project. We'll have the screen installed in. So I think I'm gonna stop it about right there, like a doorway, have it come all the way around here. We're gonna make that a giant screen. Now, the difference between doing micro mesh and doing these, the traditional screens here, like I said, the surface has to be painted. You have to put 2 applications of paint, and then you have to put our product on top of it. With the micro mesh, this is a fast job. I throw a mask on here, it'll take me about 40 minutes. Boom, blow this side out, blow that side out. It's a 1-coat application. Since we've got air out here flowing through the screen, it'll dry within minutes, and I'm done. That's it. Finished. I'll have a wraparound screen. So I have a screen I can project here, 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 and the outside all the way across. These, I haven't decided what we're going to do with those yet. I might use those for floor projection screens. Those would be fantastic for floor projection screens. So I think I'm going to do that one today. I'm going to play with that one today. That's the floor one. It's pretty beat up a little bit, but not badly. But as I said, to the punishment it went through, we had 2 major rainstorms out here. Last night we had a crazy windstorm. No cracking, no peeling. Fantastic. All right, so now we got a motorized projection screen set up. We're just going to use this right from the door. This is a Phantom, right? Not Phantom, this is the Phoenix technology, but I forgot it was a customized. Now, I told you that you can customize your screens any way you want. You don't have to have the background black if you don't want it. You can change it out. I change backgrounds all the time. I got a couple of green, I got some that are red. It's not a hard thing to do. What you want, it's very easy. You get your frog tape, and what you want to do is first, and you do not want to paint the inside of the screen first. Don't do that. Paint the outside first. Paint the outside, put your frog tape inside your screen. So your frog tape is going to be inside the screen here. See how it's laser cut sharp? That's how you want it. It's going to be inside the screen. And then you paint that, let that dry, and then you do the outside. You put the frog tape on the opposite side, and you paint the outside of the screen. That's it. It's pretty easy to do. Not hard to do. But I wanted a reversal screen. I wanted the black and white reversal. That's what I wanted for the other screen. So we may do, let me see, we got some room in here. What else we want to put up in here? We got the 126 coming in. For this one, it's going to be downstairs. Got to put that downstairs. And we're still going to paint the screen today. We're going to paint over that Digital One Crystal screen paint. We're definitely painting over that. That's a good screen right there. I can use that. I can hang that outside today and have some demonstrations off that today. So which one we're going to use with it? I want to go with the gold, to tell you the truth. I want to see the gold. I do want to do with the gold. Nathan, I got to lug that upstairs. That's staying down here. So I think we're going to do the gold. Now I'm going to have to bring me another projection stand down here for this setup. I want to buy me another stand for this. Okay, that'll work. So I'm going to have to paint. I think I'm going to take the screen off, paint over that wall. I'll go to Home Depot and chip off whatever's on that paint on that wall and take it to Home Depot and have them analyze it. And then basically repaint over that. Or I might just paint the whole section just bone white. I want it bone white because that's yellow white. It's like a yellow kind of color. I'm just going to paint it bone white. Get my sprayer, tape up the pipes and up. Knock that out, be done. Put the baseboard to the original paint color it is. See, this is what I'm telling you. You see the color of my baseboard, my whatchamacallit? The primer that I have here? You see the color of that? There you go. Not to bring your name up, Partey, but that's the same color as your screen. I got that downstairs in a container of paint. That's actually almost the same color you have on your wall. There you go. I got a gallon of that down here for touch-up jobs, just in case when I have to putty something over, but you see me putty the wall, getting ready to paint over top of it. Yeah, it's the same color as your screen paint. I wonder. And that is Bullseye Primer, dark. So that's why I said that, you know, when we have our black screens, like that black screen over there, we got that black screen over there, and people are looking at them, and they're thinking, I wonder if I can match that to a black wall with black paint. Oh, heck no, you can't. They don't match black walls because their white levels are high. See, that's the reason why you have to go in and do those tests to show that your product can't be mimicked by anybody. Because anybody staring at that gray piece of gray slab right there, even my steps. Look at my steps. My steps match very close to your screen. And the fact that you laid it against that fireplace and that matched that well, that would match perfectly to your screen paint. Perfectly. That's why you have to do those tests. Doesn't take much for somebody to look and go, gee whiz, I wonder. Yep. Shouldn't be doing that. If anything, at the end of the day, I don't understand. You shouldn't be doing it because somebody asked you. You should be doing that to back your product up. Number one, that's what you should be doing. Not because somebody asked you. You should be backing it up. Now these screws for what? What's that? Another. Right there. Oh, I should have put in for the plexiglass too. I should have put in a lid for the plexiglass. Because I got these brackets for plexiglass. We can install those in too. That'd be nice. I'm going to bring my screen down. So, got the remote control. Nice up here. I'm going to get around with mini projectors. I don't take a lot of room. What do we got down here anyway? I'm going to use one of those. What if you got upstairs I'm not using? I don't want to use ultra short though. I can't stand using I love ultra short though projectors, but for me it's cheating. What's the point of using the ultra short though down here? We got all this beautiful light down here to work with. I mean, if I'm gonna do an ultra short though demonstration, it's gonna be outside. That's the only way we get a challenge out of it. Because I know there's gonna be too much light for the ultra short though to don't have an issue with it. That's what I like. But other than that, in here, what's the point? It's a waste of time to put it in here for what? It's cheating. That's why I told you in the demonstration, when I was watching, you saw the window light in the background. If you got an ultra short though projector, your distance throw is not even there anymore. You're right up on top of the screen. You can have all the light you want pushing through there. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if your screen washes out with your projector literally sitting that close, imagine that speaker is an ultra short though projector. And right behind me is my window. So the light that's traveling through, your lumens from your projector is going to make contact with your screen faster than it's going to take from the light from the window to make contact with your screen. It's already there. And at 3,000 lumens, at that amount of power and at that short a distance, you should have a much better image than that. Color should not be washing out on your screen. And there's a difference. Now, when you watch that projector with Elite Screens or Black Diamond or one of those companies, you don't see that, do you? You see this perfect, beautiful image popping up when you use that projector because the screen technology is better than the product that he's using in his demonstration. That's why it doesn't look the same when you go over and you see the Black Diamond laying against it or Elite Screen or one of them high-end screens laying against it. That's why it doesn't look that way. Because that screen is literally better than his screen paint product. That's why. A lot of people are looking at that and they didn't even analyze. Like you do know like the distance throw is like a hop and a skip, right? You do know that, right? Now we do a long throw. You're sitting back, your projector's literally sitting back there where the window is starting. So it's like it doesn't have a head start. They both start off at the same time. And then on top of that, depends on the size of your screen too. On top of that, the bigger the screen. On top of that, you know what I mean? It's all kinds of stuff that comes into that. But yeah, that's why you see people depending on ultra short throw projectors for demonstrations. It's due to the fact that they need that projector because that's going to help them with the ambient light, and due to the fact the screen is going to have some problems in an environment with ambient light. That's why I don't like using ultra short throws. I use demonstrations we have upstairs, and that's it. If you notice that the one I have sitting upstairs on the floor, do you see that sitting up on a screen of 100 inches? No, that screen's 148 up there. What would be the purpose of me taking that projector and sticking it, squeezing it to a 100-inch screen to go, voila, look at this, it's beautiful? No, not gonna work. If I do something like that, I did it on the 80-inch we had upstairs in the Japanese tea room, but I had two big windows sitting behind it that was constantly hitting the screen, and they were right up on top of the screen. Even had long throws on that one, but no, I don't use my main projectors. Will never be ultra short throws. I do not like to depend on them because they're too short. The problem with ultra short throws will not allow you to see flaws that you may have in your screen that may be occurring because the projector is sitting too close. Where a long throw is going to show you flaws that may pop up that need to be fixed to better your technology. That's why. All right, so we're done here. We got the motorized setup. We're good to go with that. That's going to have a long throw going up. Every time I use ultra short throws, this I got to show up the screen paint is ultra short throw compatible. Where is the remote control switch? I just had it. This is why I was just upstairs and someone said, hey, look, take the remote control holder, mount it to the wall, because you know you're going to lose this thing downstairs in the basement. And sure enough, I did it. So let's go through this mess we have down here. Now this is what I was telling you about. This is kind of bent. Like when you hang your screens up, you want them to levitate a little bit, you know what I mean? You don't want to mount anything to your ceiling. This is perfect. Bookcase ends. Attach this into your wall. Take your frame and put it over top this and drill a hole right through here, connect in there. Or if you don't want to drill a hole, Velcro with heavy Velcro. A couple screens I had were hanging with these right here. You can get these in heavy sizes. If your screen's really heavy, it'll work out just fine. Let me see where Mr. Bird. Here we go, in my pocket. Ha, ha, ha. In my pocket the entire time. The entire time was in my pocket. So I'm gonna get a timer. We're gonna stick a timer here. We're gonna get another motorized projection screen because that one's a customized. I need to show off my other screen at the same time. So we're gonna paint one. We're gonna put a timer down. I want to see how long it's gonna take me to paint the screen dry. We're gonna do the screen while it's laying against the wall, so that way I don't have to have it on the floor, wait for it to dry. We can put it up against the wall, dry it, no time at all, and be done with it. So that's what we're gonna do. Put a timer down, see how fast it takes me. Paint, dry, popcorn already popped. Watch a TV show. We can't do movies off. Watch a TV show whatever. How long it takes. Put a big timer up there. That's what we're gonna do. And then, like I said. Like I said, when I watch people's demonstrations, the first thing I like to watch is how much light they have in the environment, what kind of projectors they're using, if they're pending ultra short throws, making claims that screens are black when they're actually really dark gray, stuff like that. And one of the things I watch is basically how long does it take for you to apply your application. That could make and break your product at the end of the day. If your product is complicated where the average consumer cannot understand it, then it becomes a problem for you and it becomes a problem for them because you're going to be hit with an onslaught of emails of them saying, okay, what about this? What about that? So and so and so. It's going to be a whole bunch of questions. You have to take all the guesswork out. And just that simple statement of 7 days will wreck your company right from the door because people can use it against you. There's no way in the world, and no one in their right mind is going to wait 7 days for the screen to dry. I mean, Goose Screen got away with it because, like I said, at that particular time, Goose Screen was all the rage. You know what I mean? It's like they were the only dominator when it comes to screen paint. So whatever they said went. If they said it took 24 hours for your screen to dry and 6 months for it to cure, it took 24 hours for it to dry and 6 months for the screen to cure. People did it. It was only option. Not now. Not with all these options we have out here. There's no way in the world that you're going to sit there and wait weeks on end to do all this research to buy the perfect projector, because I see you guys do when y'all contact me, you talk about your specifications, you want this, and you want that, so on and so forth, and I'm like, just buy the projector, you don't have to go through all that, you're good to go. But then y'all can understand if you want something like Bluetooth and, you know, smart TV applications and all that stuff, okay, yeah, do your research on that, you know, have a ball. But other than that, you wait all this time, I can hear the excitement in their voice. They got this projector, they got what they wanted, they can't wait to get it there, they want to paint the screen up and be done and all that. There's no way in the world they're going to sit there and put 4 applications on a surface. With those tedious instructions, we're not going to do it. They're just going to use a white wall. That's it. Because somewhere along the line, if they make one little mistake, and it could be a mistake that could mean nothing at the end of the day, but to them, it's going to feel like a nuclear explosion going off in the back of their head. You add too much for them to think about. Make it simple, easy. Come in there, throw the paint on, blah, 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 done. That's it. Simple and easy. And get results at the same time while you're doing it. That's why we do the screens that take 30 minutes for us to do. We bring them upstairs, we paint them down, pop, 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 pop. We basically dry right in front of you, show a couple of demonstrations, and then we slap certifies up there like, look, this is the technology, it's $5,000, $6,000 projection screens. Done. Put it in a container, drop it downstairs, we're done. That's it. Should be that fast, that quick. So it's in the customer's mind when he watches the demonstration. Number one, they're looking at the environment. How much light we have in the environment, how big the screen is, how expensive the projector is. That's why when a guy came in and asked me, was I using pixel shifting? No, that's not a 4K projector. That projector's old. It's a paperweight. Most people would just gut that thing, fill it with sand, and stick it by a door. It's old projector. He thought we were using pixel shifting technology, 4K. No. That's an old. That's why I laughed on camera. I was laughing. I found it kind of amusing that, you know what I mean? Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the compliment that you thought that was a 4K setting, but that's not. This is 720p right now. We're in 720p. That other projector's upstairs in the gaming rooms. This is all 720p now. But anyway, you know, customers don't want to spend a lot of money. Even people who have the money don't want to spend a lot of money at the end of the day. Money saved is money saved. Money earned, money earned, money saved, money saved. So they want something they can simply just take out of the box, set up, paint it, be done with it. That's it. No crazy instructions about what you can't paint it on. Styrofoam, you should be able to paint a screen paint on anything you want, including styrofoam. Should not be a problem at all. All right, so I got to get back, because this is why sometimes I don't like to do streams, because I get caught up in conversations and I got work to do. So this is all done. They must be doing some trimming up there today. This is all done over here. Got this set up. Get my shop a little bit better cleaned up. You guys can watch the screen while I get my shop cleaned up. It's dirty. Dirty down here. It's dirty. Dirty. That's charged up. That's good. Let's see my screw box. Now that we have love, what are we gonna do with it? Do 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 do. Down here, everything's done. All right, I'm gonna paint this one up. I gotta figure which one I'm gonna paint up. That's a test too. Oh shoot, we got the frog down there. Believe it, it's been falling. All right. We can get the thick frog tape, but I mean it works. Whatever. So I gotta leave my containers from the new stuff we're testing out. But yeah, you want to make it complicated. You got to make it easy. I've seen some crazy instructions for stuff. I'm like, really? I'm not doing that. That's way too much work at the end of the day for me. I mean, some people may do it, but some people, other people, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go near it. All right, we got to take this apart. Do we have a box of this? We can just throw all this in here, make it easy for my life. We just take this up and just in the corner somewhere. That'll work. I do not feel like going through that freaking task for today. I had to be up early in the morning and grab all this, my doors, get them out of the way. Move all the doors out of there, move all my stuff over here, put that in the pile in the back. Later on, I got to come out there with the saw, got to cut all that wood up, throw it in bags, throw all that in the trash, and tidy up my backyard a little better. Now we got a frog tape. Oh, I had better got me another roll in here in this frog tape. I know I just didn't get one. Oh, I forgot to say I could get two more going. Great. Okay. Hang on. Dealio with you. What is the dealio? I think these are done. That's at my shop. And that we have love, what are we gonna do? What's the last screen I painted with the gold, right? Gold with the gold. So let me see. We'll do that for the next demonstration, because I had to do the installment today. The installment thing. This is all finished. Brackets. What's the racket with all those brackets? Yeah. We got a sample downstairs for this. Yeah, you got it there. Cut corners, man. I don't know how people cut corners all day. How do y'all deal with that? Closely cutting corners. We need to get a cord from here. That's what I need. I need to get a cord from here. I think I got another one of those cords. I can't have this like this. I'll be tripping and killing myself over this. If the wind dies down a little bit, I'd like to get back outside with the inflatable screen, because I miss playing with those things. Love my inflatable screens. Sony, 1 hour demonstration, 4K. Oh, what's this over here? It's about that time. Oh, matter of fact, LG food commercials. I go commercials. LG food collection, 4K demonstration. That's it. It's still, I'm still doing that. Yeah, they working on them trees out there. That's the trees today. They must be doing pruning. LG food collection.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, you know what's better than that? We'll do it in the video. We'll do that. We'll do both of them. Man, I tell you, I think about that little workshop I worked in when I first got my first house, rented my first house. Man, this place is freaking amazing. I love working down here. Got plenty of light, got plenty of air. I can go to a big old backyard and work out there, which as a matter of fact, I can go out there right now. I got some stuff to do out there. I'll leave this one you guys to watch. Dun, 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 dun. We'll have to buy ourselves a sound system for down here. We're gonna need it. What I want to do is I want to expand this right here. I want to expand that because it's a 200-inch screen. I want to cover this whole white wall. So I want to connect it to there, to the windowsill, bring it all the way across. I like to have that white. I might just change this out and get some, because it's a little dirty, and make it brighter. Because I want as much light down here as possible that we can actually generate off this freaking overhead. See how bright this thing is? This isn't your normal everyday light in your ceiling. This thing is freaking bright. It's my work lights down here. See how close they are to my screen? There's no such thing. The light beats my screen before my projector hits it. Put this back there. This is why I don't like doing ultra short throws. Because the ultra short throws, the projector will get there before the light gets in. Depending on how much light you have in the environment, judging on how dark the environment was, and you look at the wall and everything with the speakers were setting, yeah, there's not too much light was coming from that window. There was more light coming to the screen from the projector than it was from the actual window itself. If you don't understand the light in physics, like seriously, how bright that is. That is super bright. Look how bright that is. Super bright. I love this area down here. Yeah, if your screen can't, if your kids can't work down here, man, I love it. Love it.
I designed it.
The thing about it, if you're afraid of your technology, how are you expecting for other people to support it? If you're afraid of it, if you don't want to challenge it, listen, the fun. Outer space screensavers.
Getting that from YouTube.
Missing the fun. The fun, people. The fun. I know people get upset. They're going to get angry when I act like this. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you something. I love my technology. And at the end of the day, like I said, you got to have confidence in your work. If you don't have confidence in your work, like I said, at the end of the day, who's going to believe your stuff actually works at the end of the day? I don't believe any of those great screen paint products work. None of them. They do the same thing Digital Crystal Screen Paint does. Look, I can watch outer space in a max cell zone with no problem. I know there's short throw gimmicks. Short throw gimmicks, yeah, I know that crap. But trick to get there before the light gets there. And then they do this. Look how much light we have coming. Look how well lit the environment is. Now, background of my wall where my screen's sitting at, which needs to be a little higher up. Honestly, it does. I need to work on that. Where we get the bolt this from one section to the next. So I'll do that later on. The next video, we'll have the whole thing from one end to the next because all this needs to be covered in white. Yeah, cutting corners. I got to get a projector down here for this screen. We got to figure out what we want to use. Yeah, but this projector does what I think it does. I'm buying 3 of them. I want 3 of them. It's gonna cost me $1,500, but I'm buying 3 of them. You can tell they're not cheap. They're not expensive. This will limit the screens that I have, and I have my monitor. Don't have to use that anymore. I'm setting up one for the kitchen. The one I'm setting in the kitchen is gonna be hot. Wait till you see the screen how it's gonna be set up. This is gonna be sick. I'm doing a countertop projection screen. No paint required. So I'm using invisible technology. I told you we have an invisible technology we're working on that's crystal clear, but it can pick up a contrast level. So you can spray that on glass and it can bring an image up, right up on glass. Contrast and all, but it's invisible. And that's the perfect projector to test it on too. Perfect. Test it. Next time y'all show me a background. Show me a background with some, at least that's well lit. I'm going outside. See we got one up there for me. Woo! Rigid. Man, this fan's been in the cold way too long. I think it's rigid on the what? That's one of them. So I'm bringing in my outdoor screens right now. But now it's going to be setting up. This one. Actually, let's bring this to next time. Here, hand up. All right, that's cleaned up. That's good. All cleaned up. That's good. Cleaned up. Excuse me. Whew. Stack this a little bit. Really? That's great. There you go. Right over here. Better stacks than that. I like the room for the windows. All right, that'll definitely work. Sample sheets. All this. Sorry about that, people. I'm sitting here in front of my whatchamacallit real quick. Let's get my sample sheets in order. Demonstration, organizing my shop a little better. I do not want a junky environment. I can't stand the junk. Going here, working out already. Coming here, looking at stuff piled on top of each stuff. Can't find stuff. Can't stand that. Organize some of this stuff over here. I know some of you talking about, we might uncover something. I might find a secret. No, you won't. Trust me. All my stuff is in lock boxes. Sitting right in front of you right now. You can't even see them. But you can create the world's wall if you want, but you won't find it. Consider the fact that digital and crystal screen paint product you see for free, kept that secret for almost 8 years. No one knew what was in it, not even my own family members. Not even people who I was living with didn't even know. My shop was off limits and it was locked all the time with cameras. But I trust people, so don't have to worry about that. Nope, you'll never find anything. Sometimes I'll deliberately leave stuff out. I tell people I'll deliberately leave things out that have nothing to do with our formulas, just to throw people off. And you're going to be curious to, that's your intention, is to watch videos to break down my shop to see if you can figure out what's in there. then I'm gonna leave stuff out there that are not gonna do good for you. Samples right here. There, because you know you're not business being nosy to begin with. You were nosy to begin with, you wouldn't have that issue. It's cheap. Nope. We're gonna do these today. Actually, one of those today. I need my ink pen too. Which my ink pen? I got it right on. Which one is it? This is a question mark, because we don't know what this is. It's not a question mark, we don't know what that is. This one's gonna be the gold. Gold. Superior. No, gold, I'm sorry, gold on Phantom. It's a Superior collection. It's a 21. So we know what that one is already from the door. That one we don't know yet. So we got to figure that one out. And we got to get a holder for, definitely got to get a holder for that. For the, because we're going to lose that. We got to blast the wall, turn that right, paint that, and set this section up right here. And let's get to the 13 minutes. Your screens are done. We'll wrap these up, put them away, put them upstairs in the attic. We're not going to use them. Yeah, got our wash pans all cleaned up. Order. Keep it in shoulder. We're going to do another driveway projection screen, also set up too. Yeah, I'm going to do another driveway screen. I haven't done one of those in a while, the driveway screen. My neighbors love it, so I'm going to do one of those. I might do a rear one. I might do a rear one. That'd be easy. It'd be funner because I put the projector behind it and project it from there. All right, we'll do that one right there. We'll do some outdoor projection screen setups for the summer. Using a lot of, we're going to use a lot of canvas and stuff like that to make them. This is trash. This is all going in the trash. Right. All right. Are we using any of these wallpaper screens? Not though. All those in the trash. We don't need those. Let's clean up in here. It's nice. All right, I'm happy. When I have a chance, I'll show you my non-lethals. I'll do that for another segment. I'm done doing the channel. I'll probably do that on it. I'm gonna set me up another channel so I can show you some of the other cool stuff we have around here. My yeah, my non-lethals. I love those weapons, man. They're beautiful. I had somebody say something about coming down. Yeah, go ahead. I can use the target practice. I'm good too. That was ex-military. Trained his boys how to be able to handle a gun. I don't miss. I give you that much. I will nail you. Yes, I will. But that's not how Christians are supposed to act. Yeah, we as Christians are supposed to defend themselves. We can, and I can carry. I'm licensed to carry. So yeah. And ain't like people coming down, like, mind you, once some security cameras record you walking over that line, you hit past that city limit and you walk into that driveway, you become my property. I won't miss, I guarantee you. I don't like to talk like that, but people don't understand. Yeah. Ain't coming up anyway. Also in hand-to-hand combat too. But I could use the target practice though. It's good for my neighbors and all that because, like I said, my neighbor yesterday, he's got a lot of tools in his backyard. A lot of tools. And my cameras picked up 2 figures in the backyard. Now I thought that, I don't know what they picked up, but I do know the cameras picked up something. They picked the first one and the second one. So, like I said, hit the kill switches, throw a ghillie on, and an 8-inch buck, and I'm good. You'll never see it coming. All right, let me see what we got over here. clean up, and we're done from there. We got all this is going off right now. Oh, I can't wait to get to 4 acres. 4 acres is going to be beautiful. 4 acres, I'm getting armed drones. Oh, yes, I am. There's a reason why this house is beautiful, because I can do all my research here while I'm here. I can build and design stuff at will while I'm here. What do you think the upstairs is being developed for? It's a drone docking station we're developing. That's technology we're going to be added on to the new home. It's 4 acres. There's no way in the world I'm going to cover 4 acres. It's impossible. But if I have drone docking stations, then I can cover whatever I want. I doubt my neighbors. My neighbors are what? They're like 4 acres. I'll be 4 acres in. Yeah, they're on the other end. One guy had 120, one was 130. If they're on the end of that, I'll probably never see those jokers. But whatever. Well, that we got love, what are we gonna do with it? All right, so let me see. I'm trying to figure out what we got to do here. I'm done. I got everything done. I mean, literally got the train built, everything set up. Had a little fun, got a little crazy on camera. I love my job, I do. Have a little fun. Yeah, let me see. What else are we gonna do? What are you? Yeah, we got nothing to be done. What are we gonna be doing today? I have no idea. Oh, we gotta order containers for the customers. What we gotta do? Yeah, because I heard some crazy stuff where, I'm not going to mention the YouTuber's name, but it's crazy. I follow him. I still follow him to this day. I still follow him. But, yeah, he had a little incident, man, where he basically poured out a firearm and fired it. You don't want to do that if that thing is not licensed to you. Because at the end of the day, that'll throw you in jail. People got to understand, man, you can't do that stuff, man. There are certain rules and guidelines that you got. That's why I carry the non-legals, man. But the non-legals do the damage, but still, can't do that. He should have that sucker registered. Should have had it registered. You don't have to register non-legal, but yeah, at the end of the day, if you carry something like that, you're gonna have to. A warning shot will get you locked up. Think not. Like I said, I saw a YouTuber went through some crazy nonsense, and somebody did come to his front door and he pulled a firearm on him. You take that thing out of the holster and you stick it in that direction, you're going to jail. You fire a warning shot, you're going to jail. They got to be on your hip at all times, and you better have papers for it. If you don't, you're going to jail. That's how it works. At the end of the day. You better show papers for yourself, or you're going to jail. And right now, with the way COVID's going on right now, you know how hard it is to see a cyber judge, especially if you get hit on a Friday. If you get on a Friday, well, no. If you get on a Friday, it might not be to see a judge until Monday. And it depends on how backed up they are. Yeah, not a good time to do something stupid. You'll be sitting in there for a while. And if you can't get that bond, then that means they got to transfer you upstate. So you better hope the cyber judge has some mercy and gives you bonds you can get out. Because if not, you're going upstate. If your family ain't got the money, you're going upstate. You're going to be up there until your court hearing comes up. So, yeah, it's going to get real quick for you. So you better make sure your paperwork is in order. And you better make sure that you have proper, and you better make sure if you pop down, you better make sure that you have your papers in order. Because if you're not, and like I said, I know district up here. Yeah, you're screwed on so many levels, it's not even funny. But I doubt it's going to go that far to begin with. You got to understand, I live in some of the worst, meanest, nastiest neighborhoods in North Philadelphia. The fact that I'm still here and half of my friends are, the other half are in jail, and the other half are dead, yeah, I've been through some stuff. Good God, I'll tell you sometimes at the end of the day. Anyway, yeah, like I said, normal day for me where I was growing up was go outside, get your new kicks on, you put your ballers on because you're going to run ball that day, or you have like your ballers underneath your sweats because you're going to ball that day. Throw on your freaking jersey, your jewelry. That's how I grew up. Grab your gun and your piece, load it up, walk out to put it underneath your jersey, and you walk out the door with it. That's how I grew up. There wasn't no freaking growing up in the suburbs, everybody jump on their bike, and the ET effect, we all ride around the block and look for mysteries. Oh, heck no. That's how I grew up. Freaking 14 years old, I'm carrying a weapon. I had no choice. That's how it was where I lived at. You could be out there playing ball, minding your own business. I remember one time, like I said, middle of the day, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Everybody's outside at the park. We got the Jamaicans on the end, at the far end of the drain pool, doing their thing. Everybody's having a ball. Nothing's going on. And all you hear is, oh no, it's going to be today. That's all you hear. They got it in. Right on the bottom level. The only thing that saved everybody's life, it was kids and everybody out there, but the only thing that saved everybody's life was the simple fact that the playground, the basketball court was up high and you had to go up steps. If that was at ground level, yeah, a lot of people would have got shot. Most of those bullets were just hitting the side of the court. Some of them did. You can hear them whizzing by. But man, I remember laying on the ground looking at my family and you just hearing just shots going off like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Lottie, no. Crazy. Yeah. Yeah. And the more funerals than you could possibly count. Go to the store, pick up a box of cereal, don't come home. Wrong place, wrong time. Just happened to be in that place where something just went wrong, that's all. Are we going to use this right here to clean this up? I think we are. Yeah, I still talk to my old members from back in the day. Now they grown, got kids, you know what I mean? Got good jobs and stuff like that. We still talk about it from time to time. Yeah, you remember so and so and so? Yeah, I remember a friend of mine got shot at a party. I watched him get shot at a party. It didn't take long. We didn't do anything. We're just over there. Wrong, mistaken identity. He just looked like somebody, and they shot him right there at the party. He didn't die. They shot him right there at the party. Yep. Craziness, man. Craziness. Yeah. Bird, they had to live that life. No choice. I didn't have that good money. And a good money to live up in the suburbs. Now, all my brothers and sisters, that's why they're high careers. They have, most of them are military, they graduated with high ranking when they came out. Got a niece, a black ops, she's captain. Got brothers that went to college and got their master's and bachelor's degrees. You know, half of them own their own companies and stuff like that. Yeah. Now their kids, on the other hand, live a good life. They live up in the burbs, they got nice houses, you know what I mean? Drive nice cars. Freaking bedroom. Good God. I remember going to one of my nephews like, you got more stuff here than I got. My own place. I'm a grown freaking man. Yeah. Yeah, they got a good life and everything. They just don't know how good they got it. They just don't get they spoiled. Some of it's spoiled. Brighty as can be. They just don't know how good they got it. The fact that you can get up in the morning, you can get dressed, you can walk over and play a little ball, have some fun with your friends. At the end of the day, you don't have to carry a loaded weapon with you. Pray the police don't basically catch up. You got something you ain't supposed to be having. Now you're going up to juvie for a while. They don't decide to certify you on the way in. Or if you didn't happen to buy a gun from your buddy across the street that happened to have a few bodies on it, and you get blamed for that crap too. Yeah, you know what I mean? They got it good, man. I go over and I watch them, man. They get up in the morning and brush their teeth and go run. Saturday morning, I be down to chill with the family, and they go run out with their friends and stuff, and have a ball, you know. I said, man, you remember back in the day, man? We couldn't even do that. Nope, you had to stay on the freaking block. There was rules you had to follow by. If you had your crew with you, you could pretty much roam in certain areas that you wanted to go to. It's better if you had a lot of people with you. It's better. You know what I mean? Because you never know if you're going to bump into somebody else, someone's going to rob you, or whatever's going to go on at the end of the day, whatever's going to happen, wrong place, wrong time. But if you was wearing jewelry or anything like that, you stayed in your freaking zone with your jewelry on. I remember that. I remember the first time I got myself on a real thick gold ropes. These wasn't real at the end of the day. If it was real gold, my head would have been on the ground. But anyway, them gold ropes with the big Adidas symbols with the fake onyx. Oh, that onyx was so fake, man. I thought about that. It was plastic. They would put plastic in there and say it was onyx. It was actually just plastic. Pay extra for that plastic in there. You had the 4-finger rings and all that stuff like that. And as long as you stayed within your neighborhood, in your group, on your block, farthest as you could probably go is 2 blocks. That's it. So you stayed within your 2-block zone, you were good. You walk off that zone, zip it up. Take them rings off, everything, zip it up. Because at the end of the day, they'll get you murdered. It will. I'll tell you one thing. A crack kid, I never forget, a crack kid a long time ago saved my life. And I tell you, really, actually saved my life. Man, at this particular point, man, I had this big, thick gold rope around my neck, and I was planning to go buy these things, these seashell gold rope, this really big, thick one. I was planning to get that one next. I was going to trade it and get more gold. So I never forget that. I'm walking up and down the neighborhood with my boys. I went to the third block. Usually you're not supposed to go to the third block, but I figured I got a crew with me. I'm carrying. I ain't worrying about it. I'm good. Didn't realize that I bumped into a couple people out there, but sitting in the car. They were sitting in the car. They call them stick-up boys, sitting in the car, and they was watching me for the last couple of days. Now, I didn't know, but rumor was they were going to kill me and take my jewelry. They're going to shoot me dead and take my jewelry. But I didn't know anything about what's going on. So I never forget that my mom was going to church, and I was going to run the streets, but where I was going to run some balls, so I didn't need no jewelry with me for showing off. So I left my jewelry upstairs. And I remember I left my dogs in the basement. My dogs were going off like crazy. They were barking like they never barked like that before. But I'm thinking, it ain't no big deal. I ain't got no time to be going to the house. I'm late for the game. Let me get to the game and go play. When I came back, my room was ransacked. My jewelry was gone. There was stuff that was missing out of the house. And found out that the crackhead that lived 4 houses down, they're all connected together, that lived 4 houses down, he had climbed the rooftop. The neighbors had saw him climbing the rooftop. He jumped down on our roof and he stole my stuff. So first instinct came to mind, being a young boy, gun trigger. I grabbed my piece. I went down to his house. I was going to end it. When I got down there, somebody had stopped me and said, "Yo, crackhead saved your life." And I said, "Why?" He said, "Because the boys on the upper end were going to kill you today for your jewelry. You was about to be ambushed today." So that joker just saved my life. Now I went down there and explained to him, look, at the end of the day, this could have went in a different direction, but took him out to eat. I don't know what he did with the rest of the money. Put some money in his pocket, took him out to eat, got him some nice clothes and stuff like that, took him shopping and everything, did something nice for him, because at the end of the day, that man just saved my life. Because when I got home from the game, I had a party that night. So I was going to go home, get geared up, meet up with my crew, not with my crew, meet up with my crew at this spot, and that's where they were going to get me at. So he saved my life. And, of course, God was involved in it. Even when I was doing the dumb stuff out there, you understand, when you're doing dumb stuff out there, God's always watching over you. You should be doing the right stuff, but when you're doing dumb stuff, God is still watching over top of you. Because like I said, that guy went in and stole my stuff, I was so ticked off and so mad. I was going to upgrade to this new stuff. I can't have the money to transfer over to the new stuff. And I was ticked off. I was going down there to finish this job for him. I got down there and somebody said, "No, man, that guy just saved your life, man. Word is on the street that these boys on the other end, they're going to kill you when you got to the party for your jewelry." And I would have died. And that's when it saved my life. So it was a good thing that it happened. It was a good thing that it happened. And after that happened, I ain't buy any more jewelry. I ain't buy jack, nothing at all, period. I came out of there like I was dressed like Nirvana. Had Nirvana t-shirt on, chucks and everything on. I ain't losing my life over no freaking jewelry. No, heck no. Oh, yeah, man. You remember stick-up boys. Now, I don't know. Stick-up boys, when I was coming up, they were in cars. They ride up to you real slow. They stick the rifle out the window. And they blast you right down the spot, strip you, and drive off. That's how they did it. It was no come around the corner. No, it's none of that. It was a car slowly driving up on you, and they would basically say, "Brace yourself." That was one of the lines, "Brace yourself," and they say the N-word, and boom, that's it. You're gone. You didn't have a chance. That way, you never saw the killers. They drive off, and that was the end of it. Yep. And this guy got himself together too. The guy who stole my jewelry, bumped into him many years later. Man, he got himself cleaned up, got into a rehab and everything. Had a nice little family and all. I told him, I said, "Man, you saved my life, man." He didn't realize it at the time. He was high as a kite, but you saved my freaking life. Yeah. Was it meant to be had? Yes, sir. I don't mind talking about my life. People say, "Well, you do that in your videos. You do that in your videos. That's very unprofessional." I couldn't care less, man. I couldn't care less. I talk about my life. That's what it is. Sooner or later, I won't be here anymore, on this earth anymore. Why not? Why keep my life a closed book? My life's not a closed book. I open it up from time to time. I don't mind talking about who I was and where I came from and what I went through in life. I like to chat a little bit while you watch the screen, the demonstrations, have a little fun. Oh, that came through too. No. Not professional. What is professional? True, really. That's my life. That was my life. That's why I'm thankful for everything I have. Everything I'm blessed to have. I'm thankful to have it. I'm in this neighborhood right here. They're having a golf tournament today. Woohoo! I got to be outside with some tea to watch this one. Having a golf tournament. Yeah, golf tournament today. Anytime they put those flags out. Yeah, I'm up here now. I mean, I lived in, like I said, I lived in some really bad, nasty neighborhoods, man. I've watched people get killed, burned, stabbed, all kinds. I've seen that just about everything you can think of, you know. And now I'm out here watching people play golf, drinking tea and on my deck and watching people play golf. No gunfire, dogs barking in the background, no cursing, carrying on people screaming out in the street. None of that. Quietness, peace of mind. God is good. If I ain't do it, like I said, when I went through the system, I had to go through. I actually, to find God, I had to go through the system. If I didn't go through the system, God knows I probably would be dead by now. I really would be dead if I didn't go through the system. Getting locked up was the best thing that ever happened to me. Allowed me to find God. Yep. When people talk all that crazy stuff, man, that stuff don't faze me. You don't know where I came from. You don't know what I've been through in my life. I even had bounties on my head. I had somebody put a bounty on my head one time to kill me. I've been through some crazy stuff in my life. I've seen some crazy stuff in my life. I'm just glad I'm here right now to be able to do this. So when people talk like that, when people say things like that, that stuff don't faze me at all, please. I've seen death too many times to count. Watch that too many times to count. Now I have my place. Well, actually not yet. It's not even my place yet. The place I'm building, the place I want, the 4 acres. The 4 acres. That's all I want. I don't need 5. I don't need 10. I don't need 20. I need 4 acres. That's all I want. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's just right. Put my shipping containers, homes out there. Build my massive giant screens out there. I can take all the stuff that I built here and magnify it. This is all practice ground for me. So I can do everything I'm designing here and magnify it out there. Oh, I had to run to build such amazing things. Wrap around curved screens. Unfortunately, once I go out there, I'm off. I'm done. That's it. Retired. You won't see none of my videos anymore. None of that. You'll just see the stuff we have here, and that's it. That's all. My life is going to be shut off from there. I'll be private. I'm just off the grid, people. That's why I want the 4 acres, because the 4 acres will allow me to go off the grid. That's why I've been studying some things called electric hydro energy. Going off the grid. The way the world's going anyway, I'd rather be off the grid anyway. Off the grid. We got to get this stuff cleaned up over here. Well, we got to do a Christmas effect with some of this stuff, man. Oh, we've been watching this forever, haven't we? Sorry about that. Let's do OLED 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, this is the pinball machine.
Lowest price promise means if you find an exact product from a qualifying retailer for less, we'll match it, so you can make the most of every single season.
Right here. Aha! Found it. No, we'll get it first. And I want to do some burning fireplaces outside. That is fun to watch. This is what I love about outer space. Would I spend $8 million to see this from another end? Yeah, I would. Definitely would. It's a lot of money to spend to go up in outer space, but I would love to see it, man. See the Earth from the other end, God's creation from another end. Oh man, that's got to be amazing. That's why I was so impressed by that scientist who did it himself. William Shatner and all of them went up in outer space like that. That's amazing, man. They didn't even need freaking the help from the government. They did it themselves. Freaking amazing. That's going to open up the doors for a lot of people, maybe to do space travel. I mean, not really actually literally go to, I mean, it'd be nice to really go to a planet. That would be nice. Of course, I'll probably never see it. Not in this decade. But can you imagine renting on the moon and looking out and seeing the Earth instead of the other way around? Oh, that would be crazy trippy. I'm not saying that man can't make it to the moon. It's possible. Anything's possible. We got a space station up there, which is pretty cool. There's no way in the world you can be an atheist and be out there and see all that beauty and deny God. That's virtually impossible. If that's the case, you don't need to be up there. Yeah, that's good. Now the important thing is, if they ever do make it to another planet, hopefully they don't jack it up like they did Earth. Good gracious, kidding me. You know, people don't understand the resources that the planet has, the things that you can get from the Earth. Like imagine like the technology when they started off with the Renaissance era or that particular era when they really started developing technology as they went along. A lot of stuff that you have now basically came from that particular era, the Renaissance era. But anyway, not the Renaissance era, the Industrial Age. But anyway, it's just amazing that how rich the Earth is, the resources that you can get from it to develop all this stuff that we have in front of us. Compare that, you know, you started people that were living at one particular point that didn't even have glass at one point. And now look at all the stuff we have around us that was actually made from the Earth itself. Think about that, how amazing that is. And yet we jacked it up. We literally jacked it up pretty bad. I mean, people talk about the ozone layer and how it's damaged. Man, the ozone layer was damaged way back when you had the freaking the industrial age with fossil fuels and charcoal burnings. When you had all those factories that were pumping tons and tons and tons of charcoal fuel into the atmosphere, and you had charcoal burning locomotives, all that stuff. That destroyed majority of most of that. We're just now basically the straw on the camel's back about right now. That's where we're at. But that particular era, the Industrial Revolution, when they started building, had factories and they're mass producing all this stuff, you know, that era right there pretty much did all that damage right there. That was tons and tons of freaking charcoal fuel and all that being pumped into the atmosphere. And people never really thought about it at that time. Everything was burned off charcoal. If you go back, I guess I'm a big history buff. I love watching history. Everything down from, if you look at kitchens, basic kitchens from between the day and now, they burn things with charcoal and wood and all that stuff right in the kitchen. You know what I mean? There was issues where they had a lot of smoke and there's different ways, hallways trying to ventilate smoke from A to B. It's interesting to watch all that stuff to what we have now, you know? And now they're just trying to find better ways. And now you have nuclear energy and all that stuff. You know, at the end of the day, nuclear what they use, what they call, I can't think of the name for it right, but and their nuclear energy was never developed to be a weapon. It was developed as an outsource of energy. Someone just decides, hey, let's turn this into a bomb and spit some atoms and let's blow up half the planet. Yeah, that's where that nonsense came from. It's interesting that every time they may come up with something that will give you the ability to be able to make life easier, there's always some nut job trying to figure a way how to turn it into a weapon, weaponize it. But yeah, that's why, like I said, people talk about the, you ever did the research? I'm not gonna say too much about it because about cars that can run by H2O. That's actually a real theory. But keep in mind about how big the oil industry is. Some things just will never be brought to light. It's just interesting on how the world functions and all. But yeah, we could have been a long time ago, pretty much been to harvest energy from the sun. We have the technology, been at it. It's just that you have bigger companies that don't support those theories because there's money involved, lots and lots of money. That's all. That's why I've been doing some research myself. I ain't a big fan of Elon Musk. I'm really not, to tell you the truth, in the day, but them power walls are freaking amazing. He did a really good job on that. They are absolutely amazing. And having like 16 to 17 dry cell batteries and converter and all that crazy nonsense to deal with, and have it all compressed and compact into one little unit. But man, yeah, I study water harvesting, all that stuff, man. I mean, all these resources we have are free, and you got to pay for them. That's crazy that you have to pay for all these resources that are actually free. Every time the sun hits the side of your house, that's free power right there, but you pay electric bill every day. Well, every month you pay electric bill, not every day. But that's free energy right there. Those battery, now mind you, the battery packs that they make, I think it's Flow makes them. I have one upstairs. Those things are freaking amazing. I mean, it's all in one built-in unit. It has a flexible solar panel to worry about them shattering, they're getting broken. They can attach them to the side of the house. And I watched somebody power their entire office off these batteries. But yet, I pay some, blah, 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 electricity every freaking month. And all this energy is pushing through my house that's free. I'm going to do a test one day. I'm going to actually get maybe the Delta 1800. I'm going to get one of those. I'm going to power one of my rooms, my office, off one of those batteries for a month. That's what I'm going to do. If it all works out well, I'm going to get one probably for each room, but I'm going to figure out how to space it out. Because, man, I'm getting sick and tired of paying these people electricity at the end of the day. And I got all this energy hitting the side of my house, and I'm paying for all this electricity, man. It's crazy, man. Even water, like you really at the end of the day don't pay for water. They got something called water harvesting. My niece lives out in Texas, and she does not pay for water or electricity or any of the utilities at all, period. She's completely off the grid. So they got these things called rain catchers, and she catches the rain. It basically puts into a filtration system that cleans it. You can have filters inside your house installed on your sinks that will actually clean the water for you to make it drinkable, free. But then they got certain guidelines too out there too. So any water that hits the ground, you can't touch it. Has to be in your catcher and your catcher only. You know how much water falls from the sky every time it rains? Yeah. She has that pumped out for her gardens, a system set up, reserve tanks for her gardens, for food, bath, water, all that stuff like that. Yep. So when the city has droughts, they say, oh, you got to cut back on your water, she doesn't go through that nonsense. So that's why I've been studying and researching that stuff. I would love to have a house with a flowing river on the side of it, where I can put a giant windmill on the side of it. That's hydroelectric energy right there. Yes, sirree. So I've been studying some of this stuff. And you can build these yourself. You can build little models yourself. You can go on, I guess some places you can go, you can buy a little turbine engine, a little small one that has a little generator, or well, they have a transformer. We're trying the transformer, but you would need a converter. Yeah, you would need transfer to conduct the power. I'll show you. We'll build a small little one. But it has all something to do with energy. It's all about energy and how the water comes down. Okay, it's kind of hard to understand. I'm going to explain this to you. An interesting one right here to try to explain how to build one of these things. It's not really that hard to do, but why do we not have paper down here? How is this the workshop? We never have paper down in the workshop. All right, somebody said, Mr. Bird must be crazy. No. I tell you, all knowledge comes from God. It's very easy. It's all about how the water flows. Let's put it right here. There we go. This is good. All right. I don't care about giving out these blueprints because it doesn't make a difference. All right. So I was going to do one out of shipping containers, which would have been much more easier because it would be standing. So this would be your first container here, right there. And then you would have your second one here at the bottom because you would have to stack them on top of each other. You can have an opening right here at the top. You can follow with me on this. It's going to get pretty confusing here. And then the water would drop down here on this slant. And then it would hit here, 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 and here. This acts like a waterfall. So the water will come down here. It will hit the paddle will start to turn, that would generate energy, right? The energy right here is coming from this conductor right here. This is the turbine right here that will actually power this right here, the windmill. We would call it a windmill, but I forgot the name they call those things. But anyway, they say water would come down here in a slant right here. It would drop off, and it would basically, when you make the shipping container, you're going to have to put a slant, like a drop right in here. You don't want to close this up. So it allows the water to slide down, hit this. This causes this to run. As that's running, it's conducing power, and that power is going to run a pumping station. The pumping station is going to pump the water right back up through this little tube up here. It's going to come all the way back up, and that is going to go right back down through here. So after a while, when this is filled up with enough water, you can basically cut this off, and what this is going to do is the water is going to flow here. It's going to come around here and power the turbine, which is going to charge the energy and produce electricity, and that is going to actually power the pump. That's going to push the water from here right back up this side of this unit right here and bring it right back down again. Constant flow of energy. See what I mean? Very easy. Hydroelectric energy. All you're just using is basically the you're making kind of a flow of water. So the water drops down, right? It's going to hit the what do you call it? I can't think of the name of it offhand. But anyway, that particular device you're going to have in the middle, that's going to have those particular blades on it. That's going to be the power. It's going to hit that. It's going to allow that to move that around. That's going to conduct energy. As long as that's moving, it's going to conduct energy. It's going to conduct power. And that power is going to be used to conduct the pump. That's going to push the water right back up the side, and bring it back down again. Really easy to build. We're going to make a prototype. You can actually buy those turbines. What are turbines? Electric turbines, what do they call them? We could actually buy those. I want to actually get one to build me a small prototype and use it to power something. And you can have those stand still right there on your property. All right, so we're done here. We got a lot of talk in. This is sometimes the reason why I like doing the pre-records. The pre-records, I don't talk much in pre-records. I talk a lot in demonstrations that are not pre-recorded. Ooh, what's here going to fishy? All right, so we got things cleaned up in here. And we're done. Put my stuff up.
Dr. Fest event online now for pickup at the store.
Don't finish. Do I have a stand down here? I don't have one, do I? Oh, it stands upstairs on the Sony dashboard. I'm going to hit my screen for a minute. I don't have anything. Let me see if I got another projector. I got to have another projector. Shouldn't I? I want to borrow that thing real quick. turbine. Couldn't think of the turbine. All right. We got a projector. Set it up for this one over here. That way, I can get a look at my screen. So I'm going to turn this one off. Okay. That one. I used the ViewSonic on that one. So I can't see how somebody does the same demonstration on the same environment, the same area every freaking day. That drives me freaking nuts. Well, I'm definitely going outside today. Definitely going to be outside today. We're going to take one of those fabric screens outside today. We're going to set it up at. That's what I didn't think about it. Okay, we don't need to know you're powered up. And what are you for? I think you're for, let's see what we got here. Purpose why I let that hang like that so I can have a little more room in the mine over there. Let's see if we can bring this around. We're there, Sean. There, we definitely right. Right there, we got something to bring that down a little bit. Actually, I think we'll work this a little short. It's about the same height as one of them. I love how I asked this for the remote control. Remote control is like right there, right up next to it, like next to it. There it is. We need to locate the remote control. It's right here in the room with me. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. There you go, people. That is on my 600 by 800 720p projector we're using right now. That would cost my customers $150 and brand new $300. Voila. That's on a Phoenix. This is a screen that's painted to my ceiling at 150 inches. You know, the one that's claiming to be so dark you can't even see it, but yet we're in a max out zone down here with all this light. I even cleared up the lighting right there. Took all my stuff out real quick while I was on camera, while you guys were watching the screen. So we can get more light in here in this direction toward the screen. So now we have the overhead light that's hitting the screen, and then we have the light here, which I got to get those stands out of there too. So I don't want anything blocking my windows at all. This stuff together. So there we go. And that's how close the lights are from there to there. That's why, guys, some people get mad when I sit there and I pick apart someone's video and they say, oh, well, that's, no. That's not an ambient light projection demonstration. I'm sorry, but it's not. You're supposed to have a ton of light hitting that screen. Right now, I'm using more light down here than the average person's using in their home right now. People are not going to use this much light in the environment when it comes to the screen, but it's good to know at the end of the day, this stuff is going to be able to fire up. And that's the reinsurance that you want. And this is not a venue projector. That's an everyday home projector. You see the size of that one compared to the size of this one? That's venue. That is not venue. That's a home theater projector right there. Not at a whopping 4K or a whopping 1080p. It's a 600 by 800 720p SVGA res projector. That's what it is. That's it. Price tag would cost you $150, $160, $170, depending on who can get it from eBay. Brand new from Amazon, $300. And that one has a 235.1, 3800 lumens, and it has 20,000 to 1 contrast ratio. All right, let me put this up somewhere. We're not going to need this. Let's put this over here. I'm not using this for anything. Now, I got 6 ultra short those upstairs. I got to easy grab one of those, stuck it in front of the screen. Where would the challenge be at? The projector would be there before the light would get there. This is where the fun begins. We can actually have your projector back and show the distance. If you can hit it with one of these, you can definitely hit it with an ultra short throw. Ultra short throw is not much of a challenge. The only time it becomes a challenge to ultra short throw is that your wall isn't perfectly flat. There's not a ripple effect on your wall. The other issue you're going to run into, what's the other issue? Oh, if your screen can't pick up on an angle gain. So the only reason why when you see people taking the camera going to the side, automatically screen paint's going to have that ability, unless it's too dark and it can't pick up. But that's going to have that ability. That started when you have screens that have a reflective surface attached to them, because when you turn to the side, they go dark. That's why they have to have certain screens that they make, not screen paints. The companies that develop these screens that have the reflective surface have to have particular screens that can pull up with ultra short throws because of that reflective surface. Now, that's the reason why, if you look at a lot of the ultra short those screens that came out, they're light, very light screens. The reason why they're very light screens is because they don't have to add that protective coating to it. You know why the protective coating is added to a screen? It's to heighten the white levels on the screen. So if you have a screen that's extremely dark, like, you know what I mean, a gunmetal screen, the white levels are automatically going to drop. If they use a darker material, doesn't mean the white levels are going to get higher, they're going to get lower. So they put that reflective material in order to pick up a more higher and brighter image when it comes to white levels. Only problem this happens to plague some of the ultra short throw and short throw projectors. And that's why when you look at the short throw projector screens, they're light. Usually you don't find too many that are very, very dark. There you go. All that comes from doing research, a ton of research, figuring out why these screens are this color. That's why when we have people, when we have dark screens, and they say, well, can you use it with ultra short throw? Because so no, you have to know the reason why they only use ultra short throws on certain color screens. That's why. It has nothing to do with the, it has something to do with that reflective coating. Because when you buy a DMP Supernova, when you get in their sample sheets, it strictly says do not use with short throw or ultra short throw projectors. Not compatible with them because there's a reflective surface on it. Turns dark. They don't pick well with ultra short throws, but they work fantastic with long throw projectors. Now, the thing with black screens, and the theory behind that in black paint, is the fact that when you have black screens are not supposed to be able to generate white light, a lot of white light. And if you're in a well-lit environment, well, you're already fighting light already as it is, and the screen's going to have an even more harder time picking up white light, that the screen also being dark. The darker the screen, the harder the white light's going to be able to generate. And if you're using it in a well-lit environment, one of the problems you're going to run into, the screen's not going to be able to generate a high enough white light to produce a bright enough image because it's already fighting the fact that it's dark and it's having a problem picking up white light to begin with. So now you see how amazing it is when we take technology and we can stick it outside and show it snowstorm at a 109-degree viewing angle, because now you're witnessing a screen at 150 inches that's super jet black, that's generating enough white light to pull an image outside, not inside, outside, and display a snowstorm that is reflecting onto the grass. There you go. That's the reason why dark screens are not recommended for certain things, because of the white light that they cannot able to generate. You see how a white screen washes out when you have a well-lit environment? Now you imagine a screen that's 10 times darker than that may have an issue pulling white light. See, before the Jamie and Partays come on and start doing this, they don't understand. As I said, they don't know anything at all, period. You can't talk about black technology if you don't understand how it functions and how it works to begin with. Oh, my goodness, I swear. I've listened to these guys talk before, and I swear, nothing comes out of them that says, nothing logical, nothing at all. Can't even explain the theory on why it reacts or why it happens. And that's the reason why. That's why when you get one of these darker screens, the first thing they'll say is you have to use it in an ambient light controlled environment. How are you using something in an ambient light controlled environment that's supposed to be ambient light rejection to begin with? That doesn't even add up. Or they use high-end expensive projectors. How come they don't use low-end projectors in their demonstrations? How come they use the most advanced models they can possibly get their hands on? Because the projector makes up for what the screen can't do. And if they use a projector, it's going to have a 2 million to 1 contrast level. That means the contrast levels are going to show up better on that screen than it is going to do with a projector, one I'm using over here. That's why. Projector does the majority of the work. That's why if you get that same screen, you go to that same booth, you look at that same $50,000 projector, I guarantee you get home, you're not going to get the same results. It ain't going to happen. You have to have that projector model or higher. That's why the person who had the leisure projector and the customer who had the, I think that was a 4K short throw projector was on the roof. I think it was a 4K ViewSonic. I think it was a ViewSonic. On the roof was not picking up the exact same thing that his screen was picking up because this projector is a more advanced model. And then it shows you at the end of the day, if his screen's washing out and it's fading on a projector that's literally sitting that close and it doesn't look the same way with a Black Diamond or a DMP Supernova or a Seymour AV or one of those high-end screens, is because that technology you're using is better than his product. That's why it doesn't look the same way it does in the demonstration versus his projector he's doing in his apartment. It's not the projector's fault, it's the screen. Can't maintain. Okay, there we go. This is why they don't do Mr. Bird's demonstration. I can go outside today, set up a screen, be out there at 4 o'clock, and put a challenge on it, and I guarantee it will not get matched by the day. I guarantee you. I can show you a snowstorm outside. We'll do a snowstorm, and they can go out there and do a star field, and I guarantee you. My demonstration will be out there. Theirs won't. As a matter of fact, I may make that a challenge today. I've seen the other one sample sheet. That's a cookie cutter. You're outside and you're doing a 2x4 or 2x3 screen outside. Are you kidding me? Your screen should be way, way, way bigger. Remember, you're appealing to the customer. The customer wants to see it on a larger scale. That's what they want to see it on. That's the wow factor right there. Seeing that giant screen outside displaying like that. That's an outdoor movie experience. That's what they want. That doesn't work.
I'm here to talk to you about your thriving business, man.
This is why I'm not supposed to have remote controls. So I have right over here. We don't want to see this. Yep, you should have to have it on a massive scale because the customer needs to see it on that big scale. And I mean, they're doing this outside. Anytime somebody's going outside, mind you, you don't have the restrictions of walls anymore or ceilings or none of that nonsense. You can go as pretty big as you possibly want to go. And even if you don't have the distance, you can bring in a short throw projector. You can still go as big as you want. You can go get that 300-inch, 200. If you have, you can sometimes you get the room, you can fit it in there. You know what I mean? But you're going to go much bigger than what you're in inside. There's no point in going outside and having a normal size screen. Right now, the screen I have on the other side, that was a 92. That's going to be maxed out to 135. The other one's going to be 150-inch on the other end. If you're outside, man, you're thinking, good God, we can go buck wild out here because that's what's going through your mind. You don't have the limitation of walls and none of that stuff. You can go out there and have a ball out there. So when you do that little tiny screen, it doesn't do anything at all. People have to see it on a big scale. That's why I can't wait to do the whole wraparound screen. We can do projectors inside and outside. We can do one inside, we can do one outside. We have motorized. We have a whole setup outside of multiple projectors all going off at the same time. That's what I want to do this summer. We're going to have short throws, ultra short throws, long throws, and everything out there running all at the same time. And I think at nighttime, we just do a mirage of fireworks. Wouldn't that be cool? Boom, 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 boom. It's going off all over the place. That'd be cool. So yeah, I'm gonna have some fun with the backyard. Now you see how that material we have right there? I want to get a much bigger piece that I can drape on the ground because I have projectors that I want to mount up on the deck and I want to do 3D mapping below so I can change out the ground, like turn it into water or fire or whatever that cool stuff, make it break apart and all that cool stuff. So that's what I'm gonna start working on next. All right, I am going to get out of here because Mr. Bird needs to wrap it up. I gotta go eat. I got Lucky Charms. And they're magically delicious, people. They are magically delicious. If you never had Lucky Charms, you don't know. You don't know. You haven't lived. You haven't lived if you haven't had Lucky Charms. Because you don't know, people. At the end of the day, they're magically delicious. They're amazing. Let me tell you something. You want to, I wouldn't advise you doing this if you have any heart problems or anything like that. But I remember when I was in school, I remember trying to stay up, and because I don't drink a lot of coffee, and trying to stay up. Did you ever take Lucky Charms? And this is, like I said, this is going full berserk mode. You may never blink again if this ever happens, but you can go to Amazon and you can buy bags of marshmallows. That just regular marshmallows. They're not the Lucky Charm marshmallows. They're close enough to it, but regular bags of marshmallows. And I've always wanted to have like a bowl of marshmallows with just nothing but marshmallows, like cereal with nothing but marshmallows. That will make you never blink again right there. But adding extra marshmallows to your Lucky Charm, oh my God, I'm thinking about that right now. I think I'm buying me a bag right now. And then here's the thing, ice cold espresso. Is it ice cold espresso or cappuccino? I don't know which one it is, cappuccino. Use that as a substitute for milk. You will never blink again. Never blink again. Never blink again. I guarantee. Go get some of the ice cold coffee. Use that as a substitute for milk. And your Lucky Charms, you'll be on top of your roof with a lantern swinging back and forth screaming 5 o'clock and all is well. I guarantee you. That stuff will have you wired. Wired. But man, I'll never forget that, man. When I was on, I don't know what show I saw that. Somebody was showing where they bought a big bag of dried, dehydrated marshmallows from off Amazon. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Man, I bought a freaking, I think it was a 20-pound bag of, after a while, you get tired of it, but a 20-pound bag, and I was dropping marshmallows in everything. And so it didn't have marshmallows, but now marshmallows. Lucky Charms, when I was in the supermarket, the big box of Lucky Charms, like, oh my goodness, I'm about to have an outer body experience. I took that big bowl, I dumped all these marshmallows in there. I did one with just marshmallows and just cereal. That was as wild. Then I did another one with the cereal with marshmallows as I wanted. Then I put the ice cold cappuccino, ice cold coffee in it. Good gracious, man. I think I remembered when I was born. It's like an outer body experience. Yeah, eat that. That'll make you turn green, flip the table, go outside and scream like the Hulk for an air flower. The crash, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But man, I'm doing that right now. I'm going on Amazon and buy myself some marshmallows. All right, with that being said, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Let me get this thing put up because we don't need this thing down. And I got to get the stand for this. Is this lit up? Any of these on? Nope. We just run through here. Let's bring it back up. Now, we're still going to come down and do a paint on demonstration because I'm just setting up down here. We're going to do a paint on demonstration. We're going to use the gold on the fixed frame screen, and I got to go on eBay and I got to order me another one of these. These are like 68 bucks, so these are good to have. So I got to get another one of these, and we're going to paint that screen. We're going to paint it white, right against the wall, paint and dry. Let me see. I need the, what's the put for this? Okay, here we go. It's all going over there. Okay, good. I don't want to be tripping up that nonsense. Look it up. Yeah, because I forgot I did two customized screens. I did one for a gamer, the Apocalypse, that had the whole nuclear kind of burnt out design to it with match the projector, which we got to bring down here too, because that's upstairs in the attic. We got to bring that downstairs. We had that one, and I did this one, two customized ones. So we're just going to get another one. They're like $68. And we're just going to basically paint. Oh, if I'm doing that with the gold? I want a different casing. I'm painting my casing this time. You can paint your cases. If you don't want the cases the same color, you can paint them. And if I'm doing something, I'm painting my case a different color. What color I want my case? When I do the whole thing in gold, I'm going to do the whole thing in gold. I'm going to get it all. Yeah, I'm going to do the whole thing in gold. That's what I'm doing, the whole thing in gold. That's what I'm doing. Remember the certain controllers that you would get like from N64, the all gold one, or the all gold PS4, stuff like that. Remember that? That's what we're going to do. We're going to do it all gold. I'm going to even go get some of that gold tinfoil tape, do all that right there. We're going to make it all gold. The gold screen, the gold. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do all gold screen. All right, that'll be fun. That's the next project. And some other stuff we're working on. So we got the levitating screen to do. We got the gold screen we're going to do. We're going to do a paint on customized gold screen. Yeah, it's going to be freaking cool. Oh, gold.